But to get down to kind of what I mean by warrior, this is the basic idea. The basic idea is that hardship, that suffering, that discomfort is not always a bad thing, and that we can meet with hardships and discomfort and suffering and use it as a potential opportunity for growth. Okay. And here's why I think that's so important. Basically, those things that I just listed, we could start like at the lower end: irritations, discomforts, inconveniences, and then turn up the dial: pain and suffering. So those are all within the same family. Those are a fact of life. They're everywhere. Mm-hmm. We're always going to have to deal with them. Okay. And I think that we can take a couple of different stances towards that fact. We can see that as, well, I have to avoid those things at all costs. Mm-hmm. Okay, so every time that there's an inconvenience or a discomfort in my life, I have to avoid that. I have to get away from it. That's my stance or my orientation in life is get away from inconvenience or suffering of any kind.
Mm-hmm. It's like when I forget to turn on the coffee pot the night before, and I suffer in that morning when I get up and it's not made.
There you go.
You know,
that's I don't know if that's suffering or discomfort or inconvenience.
It's deep suffering.
Deep suffering.
Deep suffering.
So yeah, one stance that we can have is that's to be avoided at all costs, right? Another stance that we can have that I think is a better stance to take is that we have opportunities when we encounter those inconveniences, those discomforts, even those pains, those sufferings, those instances of suffering. We have an opportunity in those moments for growth or for learning. Mm-hmm. And I think that attitude, I'm characterizing that attitude, that disposition as a warrior-esque approach, one of the defining traits of a warrior-esque approach. Sense.
Okay. So what you're saying is it's like it's the denial of the pleasure now.
Yeah, well, pleasure at all costs. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the betterment of whatever it is that you're striving for.
Yeah, and
as opposed to looking at the comfort, the extreme level of comfort, or whatever. Your comfort level is all about right now.